Welcome to the Dove Show. I appreciate you guys, man. Check me out.
I caught an L at a young age, stretched out. Getting 24, homie, I got 5 out. Now on YouTube, trying to get a paper route. Coming till you know the deal, we on some grown shit.
What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So it's Saturday. Honestly, I wasn't even going to put out a video on the big channel today. I was just going to relax. And then I saw a video pop up from the Prison Guard channel, right? Shout out to Big Hector. Shout out to the Prison Guard channel. And he made a video and he released, and it had to do with the raza from Southern California within the CDC, right? And I was like, man, I should do a reaction video, right? Because you guys know, he's free to use the terms that he uses. I'm not comfortable using them. So I watched the video. He was very respectful. He showed the weaponry that is made in there. And for me, like when I see stuff like that, like I have some pictures of stuff still, and I'm surprised I do. Actually, it was from stuff that was sent home when I would go to the shoe. And I recently realized I had some stuff, but when I got out, I threw everything away. I was like, when I was found suitable, I was like, I don't need none of this shit, right? But what I was more interested in watching that video, because Hector knows the green side, right? He knows the CDC side, the CO side, the lieutenant side. He was just a CO at the time, or a guard. But, when he said, I've mentioned this, and there are pictures of me that I do have from prison. And when he speaks of the eyes, there are pictures of me where, my lady saw him and she was like, damn, look at your eyes. And I was like, yeah, I was the devil. I was doing the devil's work. So I know exactly what he was talking about. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that human beings get to that point. Hopefully with all the laws that have changed, there's fewer people that are that deep into their anger. Sorry about that. I had a text that I had to respond to. But yeah, hopefully there's not as many people that are that deep into their anger and their hopelessness, because that's where it comes from. When Hector was talking about how, certain raza from Southern California conduct themselves compared to others, I remember when I was a youngster and I was so gung-ho to always want to do something in their negative, right? And I remember I used to look at the COs. I used to see them when we're at yard, they'd be sitting behind their window with a Mini 14 on them. And I used to think, man, them cops think they're hard with them rifles. But I got a knife on me right now that I'm willing to go shove into somebody without any care about that rifle. And these are rifles they're hunting rifles, These are Mini 14 rifles, and when I first went in, they still had the 9mm up there, but they took them down because the 9mm weren't dropping nobody. Dudes would get hit with the 9 and get back up. Dudes get hit with the Mini 14. You better hope you're gonna survive that. That's knocking a chunk out of you. But I remember I used to really think about that, man. I used to think like weird stuff like that. Like I used to think people on the streets, they don't even realize that we'll do whatever we want, whenever we want, to whoever we want. And them rifles and them towers don't pump fear in nobody. And this is after you see them kill somebody on the yard, responding to something. You know, that's the thing that, you know, Hector could never understand, the prison mentality. He was in the military, so I'm sure he can understand from that point of view, going into a firefight or something and knowing, like, I don't know what weapons they have, but I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna whoop some ass. And that's how it was for the convicts in there. And I can only speak for one, you know, area of the population, but I'm sure, you know, it's like that for people in every group, right? And if we really take a step back and look at it, that is a horrible, I don't know what to call it. But the fact that we have people who have made horrible decisions in their lives, right? From a very young age, made bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. And things being the way that they were, you know, and people are going to say, oh, you're making excuses. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm speaking reality. When you had people coming from busted homes and drug addicted parents, or had one parent that was drug addicted, or maybe it was just one parent that, you know, a single mother that had several kids and had to go do whatever she had to do to make her money, and so had to leave those kids at home alone, and so they were left to their own devices. You know, these kids start developing, they develop hatred towards authority. They develop abandonment issues. They look to fix that, usually in the streets, and unfortunately a lot of them in drugs. And I know, me being from Santa Barbara, anybody from Santa Barbara County knows, but especially from the city of Santa Barbara, that is a beautiful tourist city. The criminals, anybody that breaks the law in Santa Barbara, they try to hit you with everything they can. There was never a, you know, maybe we should seek some kind of counseling. You know, these are at-risk youth. These are troubled kids. Nah, there wasn't that. It was throw them in jail, throw them in jail, throw them in white. The problem with that is when you have kids that have issues, don't know who they are and trying to figure out who they are, and then you house them with killers, guess what you just created? There's some responsibility there in a system that is, you know, lock them up, lock them up, lock them up. Luckily now we're in a stage of incarceration in California where there is some incentives to program and to go to school and to go to self-help classes and to better yourself. And I applaud that. But it is very unfortunate that, you know, when I was looking at the weaponry that he was showing, and he showed the plexiglass pieces. Those were usually the ones that were sent to the back. So you had stuff in the back. I mean, you know, there's different things for different things, man. But it's a cold world. You know, I watch stuff like that and I don't view it the way most people view it. I view it from a standpoint where I know how bad those men want to come home and be with their family. They can't say it. They can't really, unless it's a homie of theirs that they're really close to, they can't say, damn, homie, I wish I could just hug my lady today. Or, you know what, I wish I could drop my grandkid off today. Nah. Like, hold on, what kind of thinking is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the reality of that world, man. The discussions are going to be criminal. The thinking is going to be criminal. I don't know. I mean, I could go on and on. I know a lot of people are going to be like, what the hell is Dubs talking about today? But that video just reminded me of you know, the mentality. You know, when you see those weapons, go watch the video. Actually, I'll put the link at the beginning of the video so you can click on it and you can go and you can watch that video, and you can see the weaponry that they found. And that weaponry is on every yard, or every 4 yard. And there's guys dying to use it. And there's guys that have to painfully, insert it sometimes to get it where it needs to go. And I mean, there's different ways to do it, man, but there's a difference in agreeing with the lifestyle and respecting it. When you find somebody, it doesn't matter what it is, that is fully committed to what they do, even if you don't agree with it, you have to respect their dedication. Me personally, I'm going to wish everybody behind the walls well. I'm going to wish them safety. I don't care what group they're a part of, what faction, whatever it is, man. I wish you guys could have an opportunity to live out here. It ain't easy. I've been out over 5 years now, and it's still a struggle for me. But I do what I can, and I'm always doing the best that I can. And I always put those that I love first. So with that, everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, right? I'm out.